I'm going to use the cards for this one. So just bear with me here for just a second. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So let's see. Like you said, for the past 4 months I've been stuck in my life trying to find a meaningful job and trying to be successful. I feel hopeless as nothing is coming to fruition. My question is, what changes can or steps I make to be where I need to be financially and career-wise? Okay, so I had to spend some time with this one. This was one of those ones where the answer wasn't clear immediately. And I think for some reason, what I was really drawn to in this was the 4 months that you've spent trying to make this happen. There's something about that 4 months that we need to look at. You're asking about a plan to move things forward, which is exactly what I do, actually. So we're in sync there. But I think we need to look back first in order to look forward, to sort of contrast and say, okay, everything that's happened so far, has it been right and it hasn't hit? Or do we need to just not do that anymore and do something totally different? I'm not sure. I'm going to use the cards for this one. So just bear with me here for just a second. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so what I'm reacting to is I don't control the way the cards come out, and they were very all over the place in the beginning here. And then there's a more structured end here. So this is sort of premise. The cards are just sort of all over the table almost. And then moving forward is sort of a plan that has to do with changing things, turning them on their head. Oh, that's interesting. There's a couple of things. There's a sense that right now you've been struggling to keep it all together, that your world isn't what you would like it to be, and that while people have congratulated you for what you've achieved so far and given you your little pat on the head, it's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. It's not satisfying to you. You're like, yeah, I'm sure you're very impressed. And there's this notion that in theory, this is all moving where you want it to be. But I mean, does this guy look happy to you? Yeah, no, right? In theory, this is perfect, but there's just this sort of ennui, this sort of a sense of like it just not being right. There were successes. I mean, there were signs of success. There were things that should have gotten you forward. Like it seemed like you were on the right path. So what the hell? The thing that we're getting when we look forward is this really strong urge to ignore the past, to ignore everything that happened before today. Today's a new day. So your experiences, your life experiences don't count. Your education doesn't count. Nothing counts. It's important for you in your mind to say, I have to start building a reputation because it's not there. And no one should ever give me what I want based on what's happened so far. I have to prove it to them in a different way. I have to demonstrate my worth in a different way. There is definitely this notion that you have a certain level of expertise, and that's valid. And it's valuable as well. Your expertise is very valuable. That's current skill, not past experience. But in the moment, you could make a difference in people's lives right now. That's a black and white. And I'm really being led to reinforce the fact that your skill is unquestionable. So it's up to you to demonstrate that that's the case. Because for whatever reason, no certificate that you've ever earned counts for anything right now. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because everybody's got that certificate. I don't know. But it's time to step up and own your success, or own your worth. That's all it takes, is to find a new way to demonstrate your skill level And when you do that, it's all good. I get the sense that stepping up as a consultant would be a big thing for you. Now, consultancy is a broad net. So what we're really saying with that is this notion of, it could be as simple as making YouTube videos telling people how to do things, or how to fix this problem, how to fix that problem. It could be that simple, or it could be as advanced as knocking on corporate doors and saying, I'm not interested in you giving me a job, hire me as a consultant. That's how good I am. It's pretty broad, but this notion of you stepping up and saying, I am to be taken seriously. I'm an expert in my field. I've got innovative ideas. I've got new ways. Here it is. That's definitely what we're being encouraged to do. But the path people have taught you leads to success isn't going to lead to your success. You have to innovate in this new era of media. There's this notion at the end of that really working out well. Really, that's all. I could show you the card. Look, they're celebrating. Yay. I don't know why I'm showing you cards. I don't always do that. But that's the notion, that if you could step up and own your value and own your worth, your current worth, not what I've achieved in the past, because your achievements don't count for crap, but what I can do right now. If you get focused on that, on what I can do right now, this comes together pretty smoothly for you going forward. And that might mean doing something that isn't directly related to job hunting. Doing something that's simply out there on LinkedIn, YouTube, something. A LinkedIn profile is not optional, by the way. You have to do a LinkedIn profile for you. I don't know why. This is the mindset. And if you shift that mindset and allow your actions to follow accordingly, you're going to get there. I feel like maybe there's more we could talk about, but that's the heart of it. That's the heart and soul. All right. See you later.